Have you ever felt like you're constantly on trial? Like you have to justify every decision, every feeling, every single choice you make? For years, that was my life. I was the king of over-explaining. If I couldn't make it to a party, I wouldn't just say, "Sorry, I can't come." I'd give a 10-minute speech about my workload, my prior commitments, my dog's weird eating habits. You name it. It was exhausting. I thought I was being considerate, making sure no one's feelings were hurt. But what I was really doing was seeking validation. I was broadcasting a message that said, "Please approve of me. Please don't be upset with me." I was handing over my power piece by piece, with every unnecessary explanation. It started subtly. As a kid, I learned that a good excuse could get you out of trouble. As a young adult, I believed that explaining my reasoning would make people understand and like me more. If they just knew why I did it, I'd tell myself. They'd see I'm a good person. So I explained why I chose my major, why I liked certain movies, why I needed a night to myself. I built this entire defense system around my life, not realizing I was the one who had put myself in the defendant's chair. The problem was, the more I explained, the more I felt like I needed to. It became a reflex. Every no came with a novel-length apology. Every personal boundary came with a detailed user manual for the other person. The turning point wasn't some grand, dramatic moment. It was slow. It was a collection of small, soul-crushing interactions. It was the friend who, after I gave a 5-minute monologue about why I was too tired to go out, just replied, "Okay, whatever." All that effort, all that anxiety, and the response was indifference. It was the coworker who picked apart my detailed explanation for a project delay, turning my justification into a weapon against me. I started to notice that the people who respected me the most were the ones who didn't demand an explanation. And the ones who did, well, no explanation was ever good enough for them anyway. They weren't looking for understanding. They were looking for a way to control the situation or invalidate my feelings. That's when it hit me. My over-explaining wasn't about being polite. It was a symptom of a deeper issue, a lack of self-trust and a fear of judgment. I didn't feel like my decisions were valid on their own. I believed they needed an external stamp of approval. I was afraid that if I just said no, people would think I was rude, selfish, or uncaring. I was living my life based on a story I created in my head about how other people might react. I was a professional mind reader, and let me tell you, I was terrible at it. I was sacrificing my own peace of mind for a hypothetical scenario that usually never even happened. So, I decided to run an experiment. I called it the explanation diet. The rules were simple. I was allowed to state my decision, my feeling, or my boundary, but I was not allowed to follow it up with a because. It felt terrifying at first. The first time a friend asked me to hang out and I just said, "I can't make it tonight, but let's plan something for next week," I physically tensed up, waiting for the backlash. I waited for the why not, the what are you doing that's so important, but it never came. He just said, "Sounds good, man. Talk to you then." It was anticlimactic and incredibly liberating. I started applying this everywhere. At work, instead of a long email about why a deadline needed to move, I'd state, "To ensure the quality of this project, I'm adjusting the deadline to Friday." Clear, confident, and non-negotiable. With family, instead of justifying why I needed a quiet weekend, I'd say, "I'm taking this weekend for myself to rest and recharge." The funny thing is, the less I explained, the more respect I seemed to get. My words suddenly had more weight. No became a complete sentence. Yes became a genuine choice, not an obligation. People started to see me as someone who was sure of himself, not someone who was constantly seeking their permission to exist. This process wasn't just about changing how I spoke to others. It was about changing how I spoke to myself. I had to unlearn the belief that my worth was tied to how accommodating I was. I had to start trusting my own judgment. I started to see that it's okay to have needs. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to prioritize your own well-being. You don't owe anyone a dissertation on why you need to take care of yourself. The people who truly matter in your life will understand and respect that. The ones who don't, well, they are showing you that their need for control is more important than your well-being. And that's valuable information. Reclaiming your power isn't about becoming a jerk. It's not about being inflexible or inconsiderate. It's about being authentic. It's about understanding that your feelings are valid, your decisions are your own, and your time is precious. It's about shifting from seeking approval to living with intention. When you stop over-explaining, you create space. Space for people to respect your boundaries. Space for you to breathe. Space for you to hear your own voice, your own intuition, without the noise of trying to manage everyone else's potential reactions. You learn to stand firm in your choices, not out of arrogance, but out of a deep and quiet self-respect. Now, I'm not perfect. The old habit still creeps in sometimes, especially when I'm stressed or feeling insecure. But now I can recognize it. I can feel that urge to justify myself bubbling up, and I can take a breath and consciously choose a different path. I can choose to trust myself. I can choose to believe that my no is just as valid as my yes. The silence that follows a simple, unexplained statement is no longer terrifying. It's peaceful. It's the sound of my own power returning to me. It's the sound of freedom. So if you find yourself tangled in webs of your own explanations, I invite you to try the diet, just for a day. Say what you mean, politely and directly, and then stop talking. Resist the urge to justify, defend, or apologize for your own needs. See what happens. You might be surprised at how little pushback you get. You might be shocked at how much lighter you feel. You are the author of your own life. Stop letting other people edit the script. Trust your story. Trust yourself. Thanks for watching. And if this resonated with you, I'd love to hear about your own journey in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on living an authentic life. See you next time.